Should we try that again? Right then, that one's working. Don't know whether you can see me or not. I ain't got a clue because the sun's shining on you. But we're gonna have to give it a go. Oh, it's all to do with the sinking of the ship. Oh dear. You see, yesterday I did attempt to do a video yesterday, but the problem with that was this one didn't have a card in it. But it has got a card in it now, and we are ticking away merrily, so I'm about to go and put these on the back of the trailer. So bear with me, it's just not this I mean. Not that off. Knock it off, just a mo, let's get this thing on the go. Oh. Yeah, we're at the Liverpool docks at the moment. Not going that side. Liverpool docks. Not three bad, I think. Not three bad. That'll do. Yes, Liverpool docks. Haven't been here for a while. We used to deliver over there before. Not deliver, sorry, collect over there. So. This one's going to be a bit of a pig. Just want to find that sweet spot on the hinge. That's got you. Fucking sun is bright. Somebody's turned that fucking bauble up. It's not bad then. It's not bad at all. I don't need pointing down too much, I just want it level. I wish I could get the fucking thing level. I really do. Anyway, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Happy days. Let's crack on. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am, because like I say, it's been fucking dog's days since I've been here. There might well be an island down here. Let's get rid of this fucking stupid goat. Oh, my shoulder is wrecking. It's fucking wrecking. Oh, I'm not in my usual truck. I'm in this dirty, fucking filthy bag of shit. Hang on, let me think. Oh, wreck. Where? I've got zero strength in my shoulder at all. Where the fuck have I put that? I've got it. Oh. Pain. I've got these just in case. Put them down that way. Right, put them there so I know where they are. So I think down here there's an island. I'm sure there is. We've got to turn around and come back, you see. Because my old sat nav here, being as antiquated as me, right, it thinks. Oh, what's going on here? Much more comfortable than it like that. Okay, right. Still doing its thing. Okay. Yeah. Down here, right, I think there's an island. And the reason why I say that is because, as I was saying, my antiquated thingamawhatchamacallit here, my twat nav, is it keeps on trying to tell me to turn. There's a junction, an old junction that was right the way down here, and it wants me to turn off the main road into here through that little junction. And I remember that years ago when I first tried to get up here. And it's going, turn left in so much. Oh great, we're nearly there then. Turn left in so much, and then turn left in 100 yards. I'm like, turn left in 50 yards. Now we're getting a bit more fucking confused. Turn left now. I'm like, there's a fucking fence there and a bloody brick wall, you dopey twat. So, yeah, it must have been an old route. And this is not looking good. I thought that. Oh, good, that's a fucking dead end down there. How the fuck am I supposed to turn round? What? Just pretend? I want to turn round. Please let me turn right. Is there an island down there? Or am I just looking at something? Well, it says 20 miles an hour, so I'm still moving even though I'm in the box. Don't worry about it. Give way. Do you know, I don't even know if I can get out that way now. Oh, can I get out that way? I honestly don't know. Can I get out that way? Well, that's the question. The only thing I can do is back out if that's the case. I don't know. 16 foot. That's alright. I've got 16 foot. You can get out this way. Do you know, I always thought you had to turn around and go back up the top. I didn't even know you could get out of here. Yeah. And I'm right next door to the place. I've always turned around and gone straight back up the top. Cheers, buddy. Well, how about that? You learn something new every day. Fucking hell. I'll bet you any money this bar opened the last time I was in. I'm sure I fucking turned around and went back up the top. This is super cool, this is. I like it. Yeah, right then. Nice bit of architecture as well while we're here, yeah. It's alright, ain't it? It says there in Brickwork Foundry. Now, whether that is a foundry now, I doubt it very much. It's probably something else. Well, we've got to spring a left, so let's spring a left. I know I'm on the right hand side, but I mean, use your brain. It's obvious why. Up the curb. Why is it saying I can go this way? All this fucking traffic's blocking me. What the fuck's all that for? It's like a pointless fucking exercise straight away, isn't it? Come on. Bump it out. See, that means he's blocked down. That's fucking stupid, that is. Yeah, well, crack on. Never mind. We are going to trolley our way up to the M57. What do I want? I don't think I've got anything, have I? It's alright, I'm getting a fucking sweat on here and I can't see. There. That's better. It's alright, people, don't worry. I'm only half insane. Steady as she goes. I like it when the lights stay green. Fucking awesome that is. Yeah, so right then, let me just give you some little bits of stories as we travel these next couple of hours, because it will be a couple of hours, and I do apologise for that shaking all over the place. I can't do anything about it because the road is shit. Anyway, nice and steady, because there's a woman hanging out the side there. Oh, she's lost a mirror. Somebody's twatted it off. I'm trying to avoid her. The fucking lights changed. I can't win. I just can't fucking win. She's standing in a fucking sort of precarious way, isn't she really? So, Right then. Shall we see if we can get a few without too many incidences? It is. Oh, I love it. I just love it. This is fucking awesome. Well, according to me, I've got to stay here, so I'm going to have to go round the island, I think. Roundeth the Islander. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. I'll tell you what, I am crap, honestly. I have no idea what I'm doing these days. I'm getting worse in my old age. That's what it is. So, the other day, right, minding my own business, as I normally do, I don't tend to poke around too much, unless it's necessary, but I was on the way out of Fradley Park, Tesco's, and I got onto the A38, heading back towards Cannock, and a little way down there, they're doing some construction on both left and right sides of the 38. They're building something, right? Anywho, as I'm trolling down, and I look to my left, and I'm like, oh, because looks like they're building an extra slip road, I think, is what they're doing. So, I'm looking and thinking, that's nice. And then I was like, double take? What the fuck? Down on, sort of like, they've got this, a T-bit that sticks out. Big, massive boom, and this T-bit, right? Down the gap of that was a lorry upside down with its wheels showing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on there? And yet everybody else was just fucking just working away merrily. So I imagine that the tipper driver must have mispositioned himself or done something fucking crackers, and ended up losing the back end of his vehicle, and down the embankment it went and flipped him over, like, which I hope he's okay. I really do. Because we don't want anybody fucking injured in any kind of way, do we? Or even fucking worse, brown breaded. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But there was everybody else milling around. They were just carrying on with their fucking day. It was like, do you know that's down there? I had these visions of, like, because of where it was hidden. It's like nobody noticed it fucking fell down there. Oh dear me. But the next day it was gone, so all good. There must have something must have happened for the night. I don't know, right? So I'm going to only guess at this, but you would have thought that they've had banksmen there to make sure that the driver doesn't reverse on the edge of those man-made platforms, because obviously the sides can be very soft and down they go if they ain't careful. I don't know. I'm only speculating. You'd have thought that would have made sense, wouldn't you? Really, think about it. You know, stick a what's going on? Oh, is it traffic lights? Stick a thing on, like a bloke up there, all gussied up with whatever he needs to be able to make sure he's visible. Flashing lights on his fucking vest, if you like a disco top. I mean, anything will do just to make sure they can see him, and then he can just say, right, yeah, left a bit, right a bit, right a bit, left a bit, you know, and all that sort of shit. You know what I mean? It's just to make sure that they don't end up upside down fucking doing this. It's no good. So there was that. That was interesting. I wonder what they're actually doing there. If you ever travel down the 38 and you see that bit there and you didn't know anything about it, or you didn't deliver there, or maybe he was the guy who ended up being the fucking backflip down the fucking embankment, let me know. Oh dear, unreal. But it's nice to actually get out and have a bit of a drive. I'm here, I'm tooting around and minding my own business, and I'm not going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and forwards. You know what I mean? I ain't doing that. I haven't done that for the last couple of days. It's been really cool. I mean, obviously I did that little drive with a video the other day, and then I tried to do one yesterday, but unfortunately, I'm like a gomper. I've gone and left me bloody card. It was still in the computer. I've took all the information off it, like, you know. So anyway, knowing that I was coming here, I thought, well, I might as well stick the thing, make sure I've got it all sorted out, done, what have you. Great, yeah, no problem. Packed it up. But still, on the external ones, the ones that are outside there, there's a little cover that goes over the card aperture, and also the charging point, whatever. Now, I took them off when it was in the house, and do you think I can fucking find them? Little black rectangle things, you know, piss me off. I don't know what I've done with them. I've hunted and I can't find them. They'll turn up somewhere, I should imagine. If not, they're gone. Never mind. There's not a fat lot I can do about it. This must be a fucking nightmare getting in and out of your house in the night time, and the traffic's really busy. Unless those side streets are two-way. If the eye ain't that much of a bother, then is it then? But, it's a lovely day. It's really warm in here, I'll tell you that now. Very warm indeed. Very warm indeed. Yes. I caught one of those headlines on my phone the other day on that Sky News thing that pops up on my screen. It goes ding, ding, ding. I look on there, and it mentions something about because Boris Johnson was going to do something about the Brexit, and then they're trying to make laws and to stop him, and if he does something he'll end up in jail. I'm like, what the am I reading this right, or am I being punked? You know? I just thought that was really cookie. That's a bit fucking soft, that is. But then it dawned on me, I'm thinking, well, if that's the case then, right, if he's trying to actually get us out this poxy Brexit shit and get us out like I voted cleanly and out, and that's in it, because if you think about it, if they've got all these, like, what they call deals and all that shit, realistically that means that we haven't actually left the EU, because you'll have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, in, out, in, out, and then shake it all about, but you'll always end up being dragged fully in. You know what I mean? You can't be half in and half out. It don't work. And that's not what I voted for anyway. I don't know about any of you lot out there, if you voted to leave. I mean, I was expecting to say, that's it, righto, it was nice knowing you, see you later. And yet now it's been dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. We've had fuckwits as prime ministers who just, they say one thing and then they do the complete opposite. They promise you the world and give you a fucking lump of dirt. I just don't know. I feel, right, I don't know if you lot feel anything like this at all, especially the ones who actually did vote to leave, but I feel like democracy is on its way out the fucking window, if it ain't already. I mean, some of those conspiracy theorists out there may think it's already gone, Jace. You're fucking right, mate. Oh well. If we don't end up leaving, and I don't give a flying fuck about the ones that go, we should have stayed anyway, I voted to remain. Oh, well, I don't give two fucks about whether you wanted to remain or not. We voted to leave, we won, so that's the fucking end of it. But if we do end up getting side fucked, right, really harshly, and we end up being trapped in this EU bollocks, that means realistically I wouldn't even bother voting for any of those cunts anymore, because what's the point? Because democracy would be dead. End of. Snuffed. It was nice knowing you. It's a shame. But you can't vote for fuck all now longer, because you won't get the result you want, because if the people who want one particular vote lose, they will find any which way, any means to fuck the fucking other vote off so they actually win. They might as well just do fucking rock, paper, scissors, haven't they, really? You know, they might as well. Best of 2? Best of 5? Best of 7? And just keep going until the fuckers win, you know what I mean? Because that's how it feels to me. It really does. But hey, who am I? I'm just a mere lorry driver. Sometimes. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to have to move over sometime or other. Have I got to move over yet? I want to go up that road there, but where have I got to turn? It's been a long time. Been a long time since I've been up here. What's this next thing say here? There's a bit of writing in the road. We'll have that. Or shall we? 57? Yeah, why not? We'll get a 57. I can do that. 57 or 58. I mean, the 57 would be the closest one, I suppose, because the 58 will take me up further uphill. I don't want to be going uphill, I want to be going fucking downhill. Downhill. Yeah. Where did he? I don't know. Honestly, I don't understand the reasons behind their thinking when it comes to this Brexit crap. I don't know who they're trying to convince. The people were lied to when they voted to leave. They blah blah blah. This, that. And the other. I'm like, no. When we was asked to vote whether we want to leave, then that was my vote. Voted to leave. Why are they making such a fuck up of it? I just don't know. I mean, how difficult can it be? It's like, ta-da, see you later. It's just on that. And when they was on about paying extra X amount of billions to the EU, it's like, well, hang on a minute, where does that come from? Did we pay anything to get in the EU? Well, as far as I know, we don't. We just signed a few papers for trading and all that sort of shit, which is what it was originally, I think. All to do with trade and commerce and export and import bollocks. And they just started to grow into this monster, demanding this and legislating that and fucking creating rules and all. I'm like, hang on a minute, all you're here for is just to do with fucking exports, imports, realistically, for business. Not fucking making rules for other countries to abide by. Fuck off. Hence the reason why I wanted out. When you vote to leave, you leave. It's done. End of. Not playing the fucking hokey cokey here, dude. No, we're not. Even though it feels like it half the time. I'm gonna have to stop at this one. It's a busy junction, this, isn't it? Fucking hell. Where motorways merge. In all fairness, right, if you think of it logically, in 50 years' time, I won't give a shit. Because I probably won't be here. I'll have been dead gone, end of, snuffed into the fucking black of nothingness. Yeah. Unless I can invent that everlasting pill, you know me, I'll always mention it. I'm still waiting. I'd fucking fix for a pill that could just stick down my neck and rejuvenate me cells and me bones and me joints and shit. I'd love that. Bring back me fucking eyesight as well. You know what I mean? That kind of shit, because my eyesight, hey, it ain't as good as it used to be. I ain't kidding. My fucking eyesight, man, fucking hell. And it ain't getting any better either. The close-up stuff, right, it's weird. Some days I can, and some days I can't. Sometimes I will, some days I won't. How about that? The distance thing, I've accepted the fact that I can only see so far. There's a point where I can't. It's long enough to drive one of these things, though. Yeah, plenty. Just about. Oh dear. But yeah, honestly, fuck me. Does anybody else out there just wish they could just pop down the shop and go, I'll have that body please? Yes, it's about 2 inches taller and it's got a six-pack, and I'm not wanting a carrier bag either. Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things that I would love to be able to do. I'm still waiting for the reports of that guy who's having a body transplant. You can't say head transplant because he is actually having his body swapped. Right? There's a downer body that's being used, and he's having his head put on that. So it's not really a head transplant; it's a body transplant when you think about it, isn't it? Yeah. Ah well. Either. Or clowning, would that work? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? So yeah, you have your body clowned, so that when you're at your death's door and you're ready to snuff, you have your last brain imprint, I suppose we could call it. A bit like that film that Schwarzenegger was in called The Sixth Day. Have a brain imprint, and it captures everything of that point in time, and you have it slammed into your very much healthier and younger clone, and then your body dies off, and you just watch it because you're like, ain't that weird? I can see myself, my old self's there, look, and I'm here. That's fucking awesome, that is. Oh dear. But would it really be you? I mean, there's a thing. Who knows? If you think of it in a sense of transport, technology, there's theories out there that they reckon that if that day ever comes, when it comes to transporting your mass matter from one location to many fucking distances into another, like Star Trek, right? Another location, and it scrambles your molecular structure and sends you whipping across fucking time and space at whatever fucking speeds, right? And then reassembles you back over there. They say that when that happens, it's not actually your original self, it's a copy. So in a sense, you're being cloned. How weird is that? I hope this is the right fucking way. That's the fire now. So yeah, keep going. Keep on trucking. Can you imagine that though, eh? Because I mean, I think personally, like eventually, I mean obviously I'm fucking way too old for this shit to ever appear, but it's got to happen one day or another. It really has. Something's got to spring up out of nowhere. Who would be the first one to guinea pig that shit? After all the other tests, where they've sent a monkey through it, it's come back out the other end with its fucking insides on its outside, you know what I mean? So they've sent a dog through there and its fucking head's wagging its tail, all that sort of shit. Anything like that, you just don't know, do you? He might appear on the other side and You send a rabbit there and it comes through as a fucking horse. Yeah, who knows? But who's going to be the first human to fucking step in that chamber and go, fuck, and press that button? You know what I mean? And, personally, you'd have to. I would send criminals to it, because at least if they do croak, you know, what I mean, it don't really matter, does it? Would that be ethically right now? Oh dear. It'd have to be really, really bad people. You know what I mean? Is that morally wrong? What would you reckon? have I crossed a line there somewhere? Good grief. But these first steps have to be made. Yeah. Shove them in a box. And here's the thing though, would you shove them in the box shackled or not? Would you be able to shove him in there shackled? I mean, if you shoved him in there shackled to be safe, right, and then you press the button and off he's zipped, he'll come back with fucking handcuffed it, fucking ear piercings and shit like that, I mean, and fucking nose rings and shit. You know, you just don't know, do you? Or it could be like that, the film, was it in the 80s? Jeff Goldblum, the Fly, when the bloke who invented a transporter and a fly landed inside and he didn't know, pressed the button and he ended up transforming into a fly. Oh dear. I think there was an even older film than that, wasn't there? An earlier version. Either way. What can you imagine? Oh. I wonder if we'll ever get that far. Thinking about it as well, if the machine did do that, on a positive note, let's say for argument's sake, this thing worked for the first time, you step in it, and maybe you've got some sort of genetic mistake in the DNA, in your genome. Well, that's nice. Did you not want to go down there, dude? Happy days. And this machine, because it zaps you and then reassembles you, might reassemble you correctly in a different way, maybe. Is that possible? Or am I really going off on a fucking tangent? Hey, but at the end of the day, anything's possible. I mean, look what the ideas of that was a film. What was it called? Yeah, where the machine sort of like wipes your DNA clean, like a white. I don't fucking know. But can you imagine that? Can you imagine? That'd be well cool. Step into there, press a button, pull a lever, and sit down. Be awesome. Oh, me like it. Me like it a lot. I was reading the other week one of the old NASA things about that new planet they've found. Something like, is it KB something other, whatever, 18? I don't fucking know, can't remember now. And or KC, was it KC or KB? Whatever. And apparently it's what they call a super Earth. It's 8 times our mass. 8 times our mass. It's sitting in the inhabitable zone, the Goldilocks ring of their star. It looks like there's a potential for an atmosphere, you know, water and vapours and stuff like that. Maybe they're broke. I have no idea. What are you fucking waving at me for, dude? It's give way to the right, not give way to the left. So, you know, you can carry on, dude, for all I give a shit for. I don't care. I'm not interested. Did you hear him? Did you hear that faint noise? of his little horn as he went past me, as he over. It was like, I don't think I've ever had that before. I'm sure I haven't. Have I had that before? Somebody's been papping at me? No, not coming from a slip road, I haven't, no. When I've held somebody up and I've been in a lane of blocking because I'm overtaking somebody really slow and then I'll pull in, I've had them papping then, but not going down the fucking slip road, which is give way to the fucking right. I don't know. Whatever. Well, I've got to get off at this one. And then we can scootle on down, or across, should I say, scootle on across the 62 to the M6, and then pootle on the way down the M6 to junction 12. Yeah. See what else I can bore you with. When they says that this planet was a potential for supporting life, right? It says, yes, maybe a human, as I'm getting the gist of what they were talking about, could probably set foot on there and survive to a point, but which is a good, you know, what's the word? Observation. You've got to watch for the likes of bacteria and stuff like that, and germs and pathogens and viruses, because it's an alien world at the end of the day, and you might be fit as a fiddle stepping out the fucking door, take a gulp of air, and all of a sudden your fucking skin drops off. You know what I mean? Even though there's oxygen, you can breathe and you feel fine, it's like and all of a sudden you're like peeled like a bastard banana. You just don't know, do you? You haven't got a clue. There could be anything, any kind of nasties, ooglies and booglies. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to send probes over it, land, suck in some stuff, right, stick it somewhere up in space, because you wouldn't want to bring that shit back to Earth, so you'd have to have a really good laboratory in space where it's out the fucking way and cannot wipe the planet out like some little bug that goes around chewing everything off. You know what I mean? So you do that, and then maybe there's viruses in there that you can't do anything with. Maybe there's viruses in there that you can do something with and protect people from it. Also, there might be some sort of thing on there that allows you to make some sort of inoculation against shit that's on our planet now. You just don't know. You'd be obviously a biologist would be digging up all the plants around there, you know, in that area, on that surface of that wonderful planet that's up there, and bringing them back and sampling them and seeing what properties they've got. But again, you wouldn't bring it back to Earth. You'd have to have a laboratory up in space, or better still, go and use the one that's up on the moon. You know what I mean? You could always do that. Drop in there and say, yeah, can you analyse this for us, mate? Oh dear. I just wish I could live long enough to see those events happening. I really do. That's a bit that bothers me more than anything. Is that the fact that I'm getting older, and even though I ain't even 50 yet, I feel more like I'm fucking 70. I tell you, I really do. The amount of aches and pains I've got is ridiculous. But yeah, I think it's so unfair. All this new shit that'll be springing up. I mean, I don't really take any kind of thought about the people who are on this fucking planet, because a minority of those are a fucking menace, and realistically we could do fucking 4 of them up there as test guinea pigs, test pilots. Fuck them off, shove them on that planet and see how they survive. Get rid of them, they're a waste of fucking energy. Yeah. Fair few people I wouldn't mind that happening to, actually. Stick them on a fucking rocket and fire them off up there. Ta-da! But other than that, though, I mean, it's like, to think that in a small amount of time compared to the grand fucking scheme of everything else, that we may have the ability to travel from star to star, whether it be in the next 50, 100, 500 or 1,000 years from now. I just wish there'd be somebody out there from the year 4782 April, make it my birthday, and see me yapping here on one of these YouTube videos that's archived in an antiquated fucking server somewhere that they've managed to polish up and put back together and get working, or reconstitute all the data that's on the servers and what have you. And here I am talking and waffling about certain stupid shit, and they come across me talking about time travel and have them zap themselves back here and take me with them. You know what I mean? Take me back up there. Anything's got to be better than this fucking hole that we're living in. Do you feel like we're in a fucking matrix? Because I know I do. I feel like the world has just gone fucking cuckoo. It really has. It just doesn't feel right at all. It feels so off. It's untrue. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's like you're walking around in a daze. It's as if you try. The famous words of what his name is, Morpheus. Ever feel like you're in a dream that you're just waiting to wake up from? Yeah, very strange indeed. Maybe I'm having a midlife crisis. I don't know. Oh dear. That don't sound very healthy, does it? Yeah. That lady there that's broke down, right, where she's sitting, I am pretty sure, right, that there has been multiple warnings from the AA as to when you break down, right, on the motorway, that you are supposed to try to keep away from your vehicle and at least behind it, you know what I mean? So up, out the way behind your vehicle. Not directly behind it, obviously, but you're behind a barrier and sort of out the way. A good 20 foot away from your car. As long as you're out the way. Yesterday, right, I was traversing the motorway. It'd be the M1. I think it was on the way home, to be fair. I'm sure it was on the way home. Was it the M1? I think it was. So there I am, minding my own business, and on the opposite side, northbound, this woman had broken down. I knew it was a woman who broke down because I could see her. But you would not believe where she actually was. She was at her feet. You know, say you sit on the curb of a road Well, imagine what she was doing, right? She got her feet on the hard shoulder, and she was crouched down, sat on the edge of the grass, right? Crouched down in front of a vehicle. She was about 10 foot away from it, but she was in front of the fucking thing, crouched down. I'm like, there may be some really smart people out there, but fuck, what happened to all the common sense? Where has that been stolen? Has some fucking mad genius or just fucking zapped everybody with common sense and says, that's it, let's take it away. Common sense is doing the world no good. We can't do this, we can't do that with common sense there. If we take it away, we get away with all sorts of weird and wonderful shit. I've actually through the years thought about doing a video, like an unofficial video of things that happen on the motorway as a car driver, what you should and shouldn't fucking do. You know what I mean? Just to put it out there, because some of the crap that you see through the years of driving down these things is like, why are you doing that? I thought you loved life. Little Johnny would miss you if you was dead. Yeah, well. I've got this very, very slow creep on this fucking truck in front of me. And I hate staring at the back of vehicles, whether they're far away they are, I don't care, but it's getting annoying. But I know that I'll be getting off here soon, so there's no point trying to overtake. No. Oh, you son of a bitch. I feel like getting drugged up to the eyeballs tonight. Drugged up, yeah, that fucking mirror's doing a fat lot now. It might as well be a fucking vanity mirror the way that's fucking plain. Jesus. My curb mirror, I think it's loose. It is now basically flapped into the door. Useless bag of shit that, isn't it? I did straighten it earlier, but it's moved again. Must need tightening up. Well, that's that blind spot fucking added back. Fuck it. Okay then. Nice and gentle round this cornery bit here. We'll scoot line off down the M6. Oh! This truck I'm driving, right, it's not the best. Not even close. It is minging for start off. They've got this top mat here and the centre console bit down there, got those rubber mats on. I had to wash them this morning before I could do anything. I was going to wipe the floor down. That's the reason why my bags are on the bunk there, because I was going to wipe all the floor down, but never got round to it, and they've stayed up there ever since. So fuck it. But even them staying up there, if you look at the state of the fucking mattress cover, oh yeah, it could do with being set fire to and having a new one on, to be honest with you. It's minging. The driver's seat feels like I'm sitting on a wok. Honestly, if you've got a wok, go get it, right, stick it on the floor and sit on it, and then you'll have an appreciation as to what this driver's seat feels like. If you want to really make it feel like the driver's seat, just stick a cushion on the wok and have at it. Let me know what you think. Plus all the plastic around the side of it, and the lever for the backrest is, well, the plastic's all fucking hanging off and the lever's missing altogether, so yeah. Mr. Highway Agency blokey, he's not going very fast at all, so I'm going to end up creeping on him unless he buggers off. Can you bugger off, please, so I can get going? You'll be able to see the progress of the roadworks between junction 15 and 13, or was it 16 and 13? You might be able to spot possibly the destroyed central reservation. Now explain this one to me, right? They've built these concrete walls between the motorways, and I was under the impression that these concrete walls were designed to deflect vehicles from, obviously, this steel stuff, that getting flattened and the fuckers going through and hitting somebody on the opposite side. That's what I always thought. That's what it's been built for. It's stronger and it deflects the vehicles from going over the other side. Then explain to me, why is it that, I think it was between 12 and 13, a section of the concrete was obliterated by a HGV, and the HGV ended up on its side, on the opposite side of the fucking carriageway. I don't think there was any fatalities on that one, thankfully, but what is the point in putting that concrete wall down if a HGV can just take it out? It doesn't make any sense to me, but I think that system has been sort of like borrowed from America, to be honest with you, because I know America's freeways, they've got concrete walls that separate the two directions, but I may be wrong, but aren't they taller than what we've got? I mean, we could do with them being twice as wide and twice as high, to be fair. Now that would give some strength to these things, but the way they've been built at the moment, I don't see how they're viable. And, well, to be honest with you, having a HGV flying through the fucking thing is proving my point. Agent J's back on the fucking scene. I should move over, shouldn't I, really? But to be honest with you, I can't be bothered. Don't you just love going over this? Look at that. Eh? Absolutely beautiful. Awesome of awesomeness. And away we go! The reason why I stay here is because I'll only end up having to move back over again anyway, because the lane 1 becomes the M56, I think, if I remember rightly. So what's the point? I'll just fucking stay here. Not hurting anybody. I'm not causing a hazard. I'm not blocking the road. I don't give two shits about people undertaking, because as far as I'm concerned, it's just overtaking. That rule should be banned altogether, which I've already mentioned before. It's a very nice day today, isn't it? Sun is shining. The weather is free, yeah. Makes you wanna move your dancing feet. All this driving's making me tired. Well, I'm hoping to get back at a reasonable hour because I've got to strip down one of the Nolan's trailers of dog food, stick it in the warehouse, ready to be, well, yeah, put back right again. It seems to be every other fucking day those turn up. You'd have thought by now that they'd have actually learnt by their fuck-ups and packed these little dolly pallets a lot more secure and safer. But no. No, they won't. When the load gets shot by the crap driver who's driving the fucking thing, I mean, I reckon realistically, right, when they pick that stuff up, this dog food, right, Nolan's ought to just not bother delivering it, just bring it straight to our yard, right, so that we can assess it, see if it needs to be readdressed, and then send it on its way, and explain to the idiot who's behind the wheel, stop being a complete twat and fucking chucking your truck around all corners and shit. Drive a bit more carefully, you numpty. Do you think that might get through to him? I don't know. I just don't know. It'd save us a lot of fucking pissing about, that's for sure. We had 2 boxes, right, which were the equivalent of a Euro pallet size, and they were full of shrink wrap. They've all gone. I mean, the last, was it the other day when I was doing a fruit juice one, the 2XL load and fruit juice was fucked. I had to restack 40 of those bloody things. That was a pain in the arse. 2 days that took me. 2 fucking days. Unfortunately, the driver didn't bother to strap it, which for me, I mean, I don't give 2 fucks. If you don't want to strap it, then fine, but don't drive like a complete tit. Drive like you know that it's going to fucking fall if you be an arsehole. If you go around that island too quick, it's going to go and then you're fucked, ain't you? No, it'll be somebody else who's fucked. Somebody else will be, cleaning up your mess. That's how it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? If ever I've ever had a load that slipped, shifted or fucking gone out, I'm the one who puts it right. My load, I fix it. If I'm at a Tesco's and I've had a pallet go over, it's accessible, mainly at the back doors, I will restack it there and then, right on the fucking bay. Whatever's knackered and fucked, just stick it to one side in the back of the trailer. That's all I ever do. Thankfully that don't happen often. But you know, you do that, and then, of course, you ain't got to fuck about with it another time. And whatever's been rejected, they'll either leave it on the back of the wagon or they'll just bin it off. I've had that before. When I've had to restack beer because the fucker had gone over. Don't ask me how. We did. Once I'd restacked it and put all the crap to one side, and then left it there, and following day picked up that tray because it had been emptied and all the crap had been took off, because at least they could get the pallet off. So that's a bonus. You know what I mean? One of the worst ones I've done now, which took me, I think it was 4+ hours. I was at a Tesco, it was years ago this was. I was at a Tesco DC, it was at Weybridge. I don't think that one's there anymore, mind you, but it was at Weybridge. I got there in the morning, I think it was on a Saturday. Yeah. But on the way down there, it was the days when the M25 and the M3 run alongside each other. It's the same It goes from 3 lanes to 6 lanes or something stupid or whatever the fuck they're doing. But it was roadworks there on that bit. And this woman come down the right hand side of me. We're only doing 40. Well, I don't think I was doing 40. I was doing less than that because it was a 40 mile an hour zone anyway. And she pulls in front of me and then stuffs herself in this gap of stationary traffic in the M3 lane, but where her arse end was still sticking out. And I was fucked. I couldn't go. I banged on the brakes and I stopped. And I'm like, you motherfucker! And the worst thing about it was, I'd got a kid in the back of the fucking car. I'm like, talk about what? No consideration for human life whatsoever. Fucking boneheaded bitch. So of course, having to do that, the load was fucked. When I got there were, I think it was 18 pallets of washing up liquids and what do you call it, them comforts and stuff like that. It was one of those type of loads. They'd all fucking, that was it, done. But they allowed me to stay on the bay to restack this fucking lot instead of taking it back. I was sweating buckets I did that day. I was absolutely lathered. But I got it done. About 4 hours later, 18 pallets out of the way, and that was it. I was on my way. What a shit day that was. All because of that stupid cow not being, not using a brain. Don't get it. Just don't fucking get it. Most of the time when I ever have a load that goes, it's due to the fact that somebody has gone, I've got this lovely gap here, so if that driver in front decides to put his foot in the brake, I've either got time to move out the way or gradually slow down so that my load's okay. Okay? Understand? Got that? Yeah, perfect. We all know that makes sense, doesn't it? Right? Ain't got to worry about this lot here because it's a continuation. Unless they're a complete bunch of idiots, right? They'll get out of the way. They don't have to even move over. They could have continued on down that lane. And we've got Mr. Mercedes here being a complete fuckwit who won't fuck it off out of the way. See what I mean? They're not using the road as it's meant to be used. All this new layout and the continuation off junction fucking 19 directly onto the motorway, and they're not using it. Ugh, congestion now. I didn't think this would last long, but when this first opened up, the 19 down, right, and it was, honestly, I'd go from 19 all the way down to 16 without any kind of hassle at all. No slowing down, hardly any traffic. But now, and that was only a couple of months back, signs are up, congestion, stay in lane, blah blah fucking blah. Unfucking real. They've added this extra lane in there, which means what? Ladles and jelly spoons? Yes, you got it. It's just added another lane of traffic. Unfortunately, with all these added frills and spills, with these new motorways being done, that all well and good, but unfortunately people will still be people. If you're in front of them, they've got to get in front of you. If they can spare that extra second by cutting in front of you to get up the hatchings of the fucking slip road that you've just gone past because they're running late, then they will do that as well. Unbelievable. And you think that having 18-year-olds behind the wheel of one of these is a good idea? Oh, I tell you what. I've seen some stupid shit in my time, but that beats the biscuit. Right, it says 60 mile an hour now. Can we fuck off, people? Come on. This does 53 at a push, right? With the wind fucking blowing behind it, it might just get there. Why are we still doing fucking 50? I can't move over because there's an HGV that's right on my ass in the other lane, so. And at the moment I'm doing about fucking 40 something. Oh, boring. Come on, hurry up so I can get round this dude, because I'm sure there's fuck all in front of him. Pink plonk, pink plonk, pink plonk, pink plonk, pinkety plonk, pink plonk, pinky 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 plonk. I'm just letting the people behind me know that I'm fucking moving in this lane. See, I told you there's nothing in front of him, didn't I? Fucking out. You know that cranes have beacons on their vehicle as they go down the motorway because they're driving too fucking slow. I mean, we're going to have to end up having beacons in our vehicles because we drive too bloody slow. Let's move back over again. My curbside mirror's not doing me any favours at all. No. Fucking shit, that. Defect. I might put a defect in as well for the driver's chair to say, this thing sucks. The fucking thing needs to be put back together again because it's hanging apart. If I had the time, I'd do it myself. Not difficult. It's a piece of piece. Piece of piece. Got my hair cut tomorrow. Yeah, I was doing this morning. I'm thinking, that feels like 4 weeks of growth. That does. It can't be 4 weeks already. Good grief! You know when you just know, you just know, don't you? It ain't like I looked at the calendar door because I didn't put it down. I just thought, my hair's got to be. I've been doing this pretty much all week, to be honest with you. I'm like, my hair's ready to be cut this weekend. I know it is. And I found up earlier. And sure enough, it's around about 9:30, and Charlie said, as usual, I might be running a bit late because I've got to do a haircut and beard trim. I'm like, well, what's fucking new? When do I ever get and sit in the chair on time? Never. It's his own business now. He used to work for somebody else, but he now works for himself. He's got his own little shop. He's got 2 other workers with him. He's got a part-time receptionist, so he hasn't got to keep stopping and filling out fucking appointments and shit. So he's doing quite well. Yeah. The atmosphere's better as well compared to the place I was going to. You know what I mean? And that's only down to the fucking management, mate. See, you treat people right and they treat you right back. Well, I'll have to have another go at the lottery tonight. I don't know whether that the big one's been won on Tuesday or not. I don't know whether that was the euro, is it 150 million or 155 million? I don't know whether that. See, I only look either on the Friday or the Saturday. I think I've already got the Friday's one done anyway. If I'm thinking about it, I might have a check to see if I've got my ticket on there. But I do the lottery all the time. On that fucking nana chance of actually ever winning the fucking thing. But if you ain't in it, you're never going to win it. But what would you do if you won 155 million quid. What the fuck would you do? I think I'd be, I'd sit in my chair and I'd be looking at the screen, because I do mine online. I would be looking at the screen and I'd be just sort of I'm sure there'd be some sort of, I don't know, email or fanfare or something on the screen of my account with fucking ticker tape parades and shit there, and I'll be just like this. Is that real, or am I being punked? You know what I mean? Oh dear! And then when it finally sinks in, and you're there, and you're like being awarded your cheque, which is only for show, and I say just transfer it into this account, please. And I'll be like, is this real? And until you actually see that fig, could you imagine clicking onto your bank balance and looking at it and then going, what would you do? I know a few things I'd do. There's a lot of little side projects I'd love to have a crack at, like, you know, just to see if I could do them, like, you know, that's, I mean, everybody might have that, but when it's in there and knowing I haven't got to get up for work and it'd be like, say, a Sunday night, maybe, just maybe, a fucking fraction, maybe, all my ailments would fucking vanish. Wouldn't feel anxiety, wouldn't feel stress, wouldn't feel sick. I'd just be at peace with myself, knowing that I could just go to bed, stick my sleep app on when it don't wake me up, just to monitor my sleep, because I like using my sleep app, and then just go to sleep, wake up when I wake up, and just lie there and go, Monday morning, I ain't got to bother. And I'll be like, shit. So this is what it's like not having to worry about going to work anymore at a reasonable age without being fucking old and decrepit and fucking all sorts, and yeah. Wow. Maybe I ought to start doing something about my physical being then, hadn't I? Yeah, let's get myself down a gym or something. You never know, like, you know. Start eating healthier because I can afford to. I can go to a fancy restaurant. Never been to one of them. Wouldn't even know where one is. I'll have to look in the book. Google one. Fancy restaurants. This one looks alright. £150 a plate, I'll try that. Just for the shits and giggles of it, you know what I mean? Flying a plane. I have flew in a plane once. It was alright. But what would first class be like? I know that the first class to New York is around about, what, £5 or something stupid like that? It's a lot of money, I know that much, but I'd do it just for the shits and giggles of it. And that £5,000 that I spent on a ticket just to fly to New York just for the fun of it, and then maybe do a bit of shopping, and then fly back, it's got to be in first class again. By the time I'd done that, shopped, come back, that money would have actually come back again. It's like, did I actually spend any? Holy shit, do you know what that'd be like? That'd be fucking awesome, wouldn't it? I certainly have to go and find myself somewhere nice to live. Yeah. And it'd definitely have to be a detached, so I haven't got I don't mind having neighbours, as long as a lot further than fucking arm's reach away. You know, if they're about, say, I don't know, maybe a tennis court distance away from me, that I can live with that. That's fine, not a bother. I'm happy. Yeah, that'll do. I'd hire a gardener. I certainly ain't fucking doing it, because if it was up to me, it'd be fucking tarmac and concrete. I could have some fucking nice, pretty concrete shaped things that would be ornaments and what have you. Now, I'd have to have a garage though, or some sort of unit. So I'd need either somewhere I can go, or on the property where I could have a unit where I could put all my crap in there for tinkering. Because you got to tinker, mess with shit and fix stuff and what have you. So it's either have a unit or have something on my property, like a big garage, like a double garage. Something with about something with about 3 garage doors, maybe wide, and probably 4 or 5 car lengths long. Maybe, probably, almost definitely 2 stories. You know what I mean? So you've got the bottom and the top to play with, and you know, just have all sorts of weird and wonderful shit in there. Things I could do, like have shit that can be done to a car, for argument's sake. So I could turn it into an MOT station, but it'd only be like that for my use. But depends. I suppose it's when you register yourself as an MOT place, you've got to do MOTs, haven't you? But regardless of that, anyway, you'd have sections where I could do metal work, because I love doing metal work. I could do all that shit. So if there's any car bodies that need to be repaired, I could do that. That'd be fun. Stripping down cars and doing all that, that'd be fun. I don't know how long this shit would last for, whether it'd be a fleeting 5 fucking minutes of my time, or whether it'd be, you know, an ongoing thing. I don't know. It'd be fun to have a look though, wouldn't it? I think I'd wait until I've done a bit of travelling though. I've got to do that. I've got to go over to America, even though I'd already been and back. I'd have to go again, because that was just to see. That was just for shits and giggles. I'd have to go back because I'd want to do a tour of the States. I'd love to do that. I think that'd be awesome. Well, that was fucking pointless, wasn't it? The exhaust brake on this thing works really well. So yeah, start at one end. I mean, how would you do it? To actually be able to, would you be able to do it? Spend 1 or 2 nights in each state. Is that actually feasible? Why are we doing this speed now? What the fuck's going on? This is not acceptable, people. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This sucks. And this road surface is shit as well. It's very fucking uneven. Well, I am going to... Oh no, hang on. Hold the fucking phone. I can see the sign has changed to 60 miles... Well, actually, it's a national speed limit of 70 miles an hour. So I think we can all breathe a breath of sigh of whatever relief thing that. Oh. Spending a day fucking... Would you spend a day or would you spend a couple of days, depending? You might spend more than a couple of days in each state. Let me see. 50 states. Do you know what? For some unknown reason, I always had a feeling there was 52, but it's only 50, isn't there? I don't know, so if you know, let me know. Put the old thing in my doobie circuit down there. I think it's 50. So if it was one day, it's 50 days. That ain't a lot. What's that? Month and a half? 2, 3 months? Yeah. So, let's say, at a pinch, just for argument's sake, that you would take 12 months out of your life just to go around the old states of America, spend a few days there and meet the people, see what's what, abide by their rules and shit. Obviously that's a given, without a doubt. But I think it'd be interesting. See what kind of welcome I get. Well, I'm going to have to move over now. Let me go. Do you know, I wasn't sure whether this road actually did that. For some unknown reason, I had it in my head that it didn't. That's how long it's been since I've been up and down these fucking motorways, because I keep going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. There is another few other places I'd like to visit as well. There are a few places that I wouldn't even entertain the idea of visiting, because they just scare the fucking crap out of me. The problem is with when you visit the European side of countries is the language barrier. I know a lot of the countries are still, you know, the majority of them speak English, or you'll find somewhere that will, but if there's anything serious needs to be sorted out, you can guarantee you're not finding anybody who can speak English. If you've done something wrong and you have no fucking clue and you've got fucking bracelets on your wrists, you know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck's going on here? And they're wobbling on in whatever language their fucking native tongue is, right? And then you got some fucking cockeyed prick face who's supposedly your translator, who's being a cock and he's actually not translating what they're saying, and you know. I don't know, I just thought that was weird and fucking scenarios that run through my head. It's like, this is the reason why going over there it's a bit daunting. I don't mind. I have been to France, I can say that. I've been to Spain. Spain was okay. You just kept out the way. I was in Benidorm, for crying out loud. You know, there was probably more British people there than Spanish people, to be fair. But it was a nice place. I enjoyed it. It was lovely. Sun wasn't as good as expected to be, but hey ho, you know, the karaoke bars are fucking excellent. You'd still have to be, you know, wary of what's around. You can't be stupid, obviously. But there are certain places I would like to go, but the fear of being stuck over there is far more outweighing than actually wanting to go, you know what I mean? Oh well, never mind. I mean, going over into China, that'd be nice. But I'd like to go and, you know, have a look at the wall, have a walk on that, and take a few pictures and stuff, like, you know. Or travel to Hong Kong, walk the cities of Hong Kong. You know, I mean, the Hong Kong city of Hong Kong. Aha! I would love to do that. Go to Japan, you know, and look at the old architecture of Japan. Have a walk around all that shit. That'd be fun as well. I'd enjoy that. That'd be really cool. But I do really want to go over to the States. I really do. Maybe Stevie would be able to give me a fucking guided tour. He's sending me a couple of videos now and again because he's on his push bike in Florida. He sent me a video of him, some of the things that people do out there. It's like only for quick snippets, like, you know, there's one with there's a river that was running through some place he was at, and you know. But hey ho, unfortunately, I haven't won the 150 million quid, and I will never be able to afford to go that far as long as I've got a hole in my arse. When you think about it, right, this is, I know this might sound a bit sad now, right, but when you think about it, and I'm in this category, that there's going to be, am I in that category? I have actually been once and twice, so I can't really say I'm in, but near enough. But there will be people out there that have gone through life, through the world, not just in this country, but through the world, that have only ever lived, grown and died in their own area. Never bothered to travel, or never could afford to travel. And that's the end of it. And I'm sort of in that category-ish as of now anyway, but I was fortunate enough to go to Euro Disney 1 year for 3 days, and then Benidorm then for a week or a bit, whatever it was, a week and something, and that was that. But to have the experience of going to all these different countries, having the balls to do it as well. It's like my nephew's missus, right? She's off on a safari. She's going to Kenya, right? And there's gagging at the bit for it to get there, you know what I mean? I can't wait. There's like fucking, we're off to Kenya, we're going to do a for safaris and all sort of like, well, yeah, okay. Do you know what? I think I could probably go there, but I don't think I'd enjoy it because I'd be too petrified of the off chance of a fucking tiger chewing me foot. Yeah, I just, there's no way. Or being charged by a rhino. No. Or I'll be snoring away merrily. No, I wouldn't, because I'd be too fucking petrified. And there'd be something fucking crawl up my fucking bed and bite me in the ass. And then I'll be fucked. No. And before you say it, I know that the States have got their own creepy crawlies over there as well. I know. From scorpions to spiders to snakes to crocodilators, they've got them all over there. I know. I already know that. But they certainly haven't. Well, then again, they have got what's names, haven't they? They've got pumas, I think they've got over there, which are starting to get a bit, far and few between these days because of vehicle strikes. I read that somewhere. There's a veterinarian personage from some corporation or group, whatever, and they're going around assessing the death toll of pumas, I think. Was it pumas? It is pumas, I think. Obviously, because of the motorway highways going through their habitats, and they're trying to get from one end to another. and reading that statement, you know, the freeways built through their habitat, blah blah blah, I'm thinking, well, realistically, I know this might seem a bit of a pain in the arse and it might piss a few people off, but just if we'd stopped fucking moving forward with society and technology, we'd all just grind to a fucking halt. In saying that though, right, if we do have to, you know, progress forward and new freeways or even motorways in this have to be built, right? They have to be built. There's no other way around these things, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. It happens, right? They have to be done. For life to keep moving forward, it has to happen. But as regarding these animals that are being struck and dying off, and the possibility of them being wiped out through vehicular strikes, why don't they create tunnel apertures for these animals to scurry on through and avoid the motorway altogether? What's wrong with that? I don't see there being a problem. Make the aperture big enough and wide enough for the wildlife to pass through. I mean, they'll soon do it. I think that we do something over here with hedgehogs, I think. As soft as it sounds. I mean, isn't there some sort of hedgehog pass that they've got somewhere on one of the motorways where they can scurry underneath the fucker? Whether it's different for a hedgehog being such a small creature anyway, I don't know, but you know, I'm sure they've got certain little places where the wildlife can scurry underneath the fucking motorway out the way. Deer, on the other hand, that we have issues with, because a deer is a free roaming animal, right? That's it, unfortunately, that they can get around railings and fencings, even though we have got them up in situ in places where deer do frequent. They still are able to get round through or over these fences. On the M6 toll road the other day, there was a fucking bunch of them scurrying along the embankment of the toll road. I just happened to be going down there that day, and I'm like, aye, but the thing is, there was no signs up saying animals in the road, which was a bit weird, but they was fucking startled to shit, fucking backwards and forwards up against the green hedge in there. At least they were up against the embankment, fucking darting left and right. They'd obviously come through somewhere and got disorientated with all the vehicles flying by and starting to fucking panic, but I'm sure they'll find a way through eventually, but it's whether they do or not. So they can cause a hazard as well by trotting along the fucking motorway. Yeah. But in certain areas, not so much motorways, I suppose, but your A's, your B's and your C's and your D's in your rural areas, you can have all sorts of things wandering across the road, from deer, sheep, cows, horses. Now, you'll be hard pushed to have a pig, but I'm not going to say that could never happen. Ducks, geese, swans, and we've had that proven. We've even got a picture of that somewhere. You're going to let me go now? Always trying to move over at the back. I was travelling towards Stoke on the A50, and literally, a few feet away from the island, I think it'd be. Would it be a few feet? whatever it was. Let's say it would be a couple of truck lengths away from the island. Let's give it that, right? There was only a family of ducks trying to cross the fucking A50, and the mother duck went, and I'm like, no, with about fucking 6 little ducklings behind her, like, and then she went whack whack and turned the fuck round and pissed off back again. I'm like, thank fuck for that. I didn't want to be a fucking multi-murderer. There was no way I'm having that on my fucking conscience. No way. Do you know, I even felt like turning around, going back and picking him up, stick him in a box, bring him here, and stick him in the fucking lake down by us. And I'm thinking, they're going to be dead. They ain't even going to make it across that fucking... Even though it's by the island, they ain't going to do it. They just ain't going to do it. Unless they decided to say fuck it and turn around and fuck off. And walk back and went wherever they came from, I don't know, but... I did hold my breath a bit then. You don't want that, do you? No, you don't want to get flattening quacky ducks. You just don't. No. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like flattening anything, but I'm certainly not going to be fucking dodging out of its way, so they would get flattened, trust me. I'd grip my teeth and close my eyes and go, fuck. I wouldn't be swerving. No. And believe it or not, you know, it's very difficult to fucking train yourself not to do that. Especially if you do like life, you know, the old wildlife out there. Yes. A dog comes along, it gets flattened. Cat, rabbit, whatever. I mean, if it's a cow, you've got a chance that your fucking vehicle's going to get routed off as well. And if you're in one of these, it's going to cause a fucking mess. But if it's the animal that's dead and not anybody else, then that's the end of that. At the end of the day. I did it once, not in the truck. It was years before I'd passed me, even thought about taking driving lessons in one of these things. I was in my car and I was driving up this street, and this cat, I knew it was going to fucking dive across, so I veered over to the right, and now as soon as I moved out right, the fucking thing started to run. I got further and further over as I could to try and that was it. Yeah, that was it. And as I look in the rear view mirror, the fucking thing was breakdancing on the floor. It was sad to think that I'd squashed it, but the way it was flailing, it looked like, honestly, it looked like it was doing the windmill. It was fucking hilarious. Not that it was hilarious, but you know what I mean. Fucking flailing around it was unbelievable. I'm thinking, if you'd have stayed where you were, you stupid moggy, you wouldn't have been fucking breakdancing at this very moment, would you? So that's it. I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to bother these days, fuck them. Because you try to avoid, the fuckers aim for you anyway, so you might as well just stay the course. But when you're on one of these things, no. Trying to avoid, you might as well just say, fuck it, it's going to get flat. Some of these animals do make some funny sounds as well. Ooh. Yeah. Pigeons, it's like a poof. Pigeons are a poof. They go poof. And in that poof, it's as if every fucking feather on their body ejects. I find that hilarious. That is so fucking funny. Bang! Poof, fucking nothing but feathers everywhere. It's like, fucking. I mean, pheasants they do lose the feathers a bit, but not to that extent. When pheasants strike the vehicles, that's a lot harder. It's like a bang! Proper fucking jolt, that is. Good. And they're only a fucking dicky bird, but Jesus. They don't half make a fucking dent, them things do. They're like flying bricks, and them fucking things are. But if you hit one that runs across the road like I have, then that's like having a big brick, like a You know them railway stones you see on the tracks? You know, yeah, like them. It's like having one of them thrown at you. Especially its head, because that's about as fucking dense as those creatures are. But, yeah. It's as if somebody threw a brick at the bumper down below, because it was a steel... I think it was a steel bumper, that one was. It wasn't a plastic piece, because it was a steel one. So it was as if somebody threw a stone at it. It was fucking... Honestly, I was like, you stupid fucking animal. But again, if it had stayed where it was originally, I'd have gone by, it'd have been fine, there'd have been no problem. But instead, he'd had his fucking head took off. Straight away. Yeah. I think I flattened either a stoat or a weasel on the A38. Don't know which one it was, but it was one of those. It was a long, fluffy thing. Wasn't a cat, because his legs were too short. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? As it scuttles across, and I went, no! As me tyres, me fucking tyres. Front fucking wheel, back, trailer, straight over the fucking thing. I had visions of it going folding up, and, you know, at the ends, like, you know, as I gone over it, because that's what it just fucking felt like as I went through him. Oh man! I'm like, no. So what I do, right? I do this little thing in the back of my mind where I go, I have this magic dust that will land on top of it and goes, and it brings it back to life again. Well, I can. You know what I mean? It's a fucking gooey mess on the road now, like, you know. So, but in my mind, it's like it's all happy and dangly. It's off, scootled on the edge there somewhere. Thankfully, I haven't hit anything that's big, like a dog, one of the big dogs. Sheeps or cowsies. I've not hit any of those, so I don't really want to be fair. I have drove behind a bunch of sheep up in the, or should I say across, down where, somewhere in the Welsh area, mid maybe-ish, something like mid to south. I was in the fucking land of nowhere there. This was absolutely the area I was in. It was before all this camera lark, which is a shame because, wow. I mean, if there's ever an opportunity to go down there again, I think I would. But whether I could recreate that moment again, that would be pretty much impossible. Because I turned down this one lane and it was up we went. Now it was all, even though you was climbing up and over, it was very flat. Right? Sort of further back you could see some rises in the fields away, but very flat where I was, and there they were, a fucking flock of sheep. And they was obviously trying to run away from me because it's all open plain. I mean, the fields are always just, that's it. It's like no fencing the fuck all. They just wander around all over the place. And it was just watching these sheep fucking galloping along, you know, and bobbling along, the fucking tails flying everywhere, trying to get out my way. And I was just pissing myself laughing. I was. It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. It would definitely be one of those moments on film that you could never ever not smile at. It was just brilliant, and I was just fucking wetting myself. It was so funny, so fucking funny. Oh well, but hey, we have these moments. There's a few places I've been to through the years that I mean, if doing this lark, I was doing it back then, fuck, we'd have had some adventures. Oh, wouldn't we just? Abso-flogging-lutely. I think that one was when I ended up down that way. I think I was delivering to a hotel somewhere in the back end of somewhere or other, and I ended up having to go down there and I followed me sat nav, or I think it was, and I was doing whatever, and yeah, I ended up on one of the junctions on the M4, sort of like Port Talbot way, sort of like down there. And I come down, and I think the main A road I was on to get there was was it the 470? I know the 470 can go through Moisteg Way, which is like junction 32? Junction 32 of the M4. It was way down. It was right over. I'd say it was probably something like junction 44, 43, 43. Is that far? I know there's a 40 and a 41. I think I'll get off at 41 for Bagland, I think. So it was way past there. Yeah. After all that driving and finally coming out into civilization, it was like, whoa, fucking hell, I survived. But yeah, that would have been an adventure. Absolutely. None of this boring shit driving down a fucking motorway. These are boring. Fucking motorway driving's a fucking pain in the arse. Half the time the fucking motorways are being dug up or fucked with, so, you know, road works are always going to be there, no matter what happens. And as a handy tip, if you are travelling down this particular road, which is the M6, and you're on the section where you've got the 2 lanes and then the 1 lane separate for the lane 3, do yourself a favour and don't go on lane 3. And I'll tell you for why. You can't escape if somebody fucks up in lane 3, because it's a single lane and you've got fucking steel wall and a concrete wall either side of you. You ain't going anywhere, and you ain't going to go nowhere until that person either gets rescued or saved. So always stick to the 2 lanes, because if the 2 lanes, you know, at least one of them gets blocked, you still get round. There is some logic in there somewhere, I'm sure. But this crap will be ongoing until 2022. 2022. We'd have surpassed the milestone of 2020 by 2 fucking years. 2020. You do realise that that's only around the fucking corner, don't you? I mean, September's almost over already. The temperature's doing alright, mind you. If this carries on through Christmas, I'm fucking happy. Roll on global warming, that's what I say. But look at the skies now, lads and lassies. Look at this lot. Hey? Fucking gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. This is what you want, this is. Any day like this is better than a day that it pisses it down of rain. Or, if it's going to piss it down of rain for a short period of time and then bring the sun back. I can live with that. But not when it rains for days on end. That's just fucking depressing as arseholes, that is. Do you think I ought to move over? I've been stuck in the fucking middle lane for fuck knows how long. Hey, I'm travelling at the same speed as everybody else. They like I'm fucking slowing everybody up. Yeah, very nice indeed. there are some places in the States that actually celebrate Christmas with temperatures of around about fucking 32 degrees. I mean, they don't see snow. Snow does not exist in their part of the world. They only see snow on videos and pictures. I don't know, but I think I could quite live with that. I'd have to try it just to find out. Maybe with 155 million, I could do that. Oh dear. Well, I've decided that this vehicle has got no oomph in it whatsoever. It is cack. I've got a fucking funny feeling that the fuel gauge might be knackered because it still says it's brimming. So when I get to the yard, if I get to the yard, I'll have to check. Because it ain't fucking moved. It hasn't moved an iota. Interesting. I mean, it should have at least dropped maybe an eighth or a quarter. You'd have thought so. Getting very, very warm indeed. Fucking, I'm gonna have to have a bit of a blow through. Holy crap! 20 degrees on the clock. It's that bad, I'm getting a fucking dab on. If you want, I'll show you the state of the interior of this thing when I get back in the yard. I'll use my phone just to show you the camera on that. Have a look, see what you think. I'm back in work tomorrow, but I'm not driving. I am on the forklift truck in the warehouse doing some restacking. Boing, 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 boing. Well, I suppose he ain't just fire his fucking spine through his shoulders. Junction 13 is coming. Yay! Now keep your eyes open to the right, okay? And there's a section, just a section its own of central reservation, concrete, that's been broken up, right? But if you look real careful, if these cameras will pick it up, you'll see the dirty bit first, and then you'll see another clean bit, which looks like they've bashed it up, but the dirty bits where the truck's gone through, and the clean bits where the digger's gone and chewed it up, like, you know. I better change gear, haven't I? Come on. just put you back in manual. I mean auto even. That's it. Here's one of those multi-diggers. Oh man, my ass. Oh. I certainly ain't used to fucking sitting this long. Yesterday was a good one. Fuck me, was it? Now that is a camper. Having one of them to tour the States. Oh, fucking Winnebago, here we go. Now, I'd have the one where you could hook it up to a 4x4. One of those trucks, you know what I mean? What do they call them? Oh. Pickup truck. That's what it is, isn't it? I think his lights are all fucked up there. Then you. Yeah, have one of those them types of mobile home things where you could park it up and you can disconnect the truck and you can use your truck to drive around then, can't you? And then when you want to, you know, change location, you just fucking off you go sort of thing, you know what I mean? So what the fuck is all this shit now then? Yep, me thinks his lights are fucked. So is it me, or is it when he puts his foot on the brake, all the lights get brighter? I've got a funny feeling, you know, that's why they've got this cordoned off. They're having to test that concrete because it's not supposed to disintegrate. Can't do. Defeats the fucking purpose. It's here, just on the right here. This section is where they went through. I think. I'm only guessing, but it makes sense because they said it was between 13 and 12. This bit here, but they've broke it all up, but this bit here is a bit that I think he went through, that first bit, if that's the place he went through. You never know. Not supposed to happen. I'm not the one designing this shit. That'll do. I've got to put these back on again, it's gone bright. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I don't care what anybody says, but when the sun is out, everything looks better. It just does. Everything looks better. when everything's covered in snow, it looks pretty, but when everything is drenched in sunshine, it's just much, much better. I really do think that if this country is any good at being helpful towards its citizens, right? Whenever it does snow and we have a bad snow, I think everybody should stay at home and get paid. Have a snow day. I know, I mean everyone. You'd be knackered if you fell over and broke your fucking hip though when you was in there, because there'd be no doctors and shit, would there? Because everybody'd be off playing snowmen. Oh dear. Yeah, whoever decided to, say you must work in these conditions is a fucking fool. And unfortunately we do, don't we? Never mind. But I will say this much though, considering we haven't really done too bad when it comes to snow and shit, have we? We've had a couple of flurries, but nothing super bad. I mean, it's snowed, it's caused a bit of a stick, and then it's gone away, and that's the end of it. I'm not bothered. If we don't see snow ever again, I will be quite happy with that. I mean, yeah, granted it's going to get cold, I don't mind, that's fine, I don't mind it, as long as it ain't pissing it down the fucking rain with it. Because when you get soaking wet, it's cold, it ain't fun. So on that fucking premise as well, then surely if it's fucking in the rain, it's cold, we should stay at home. All of us. We could have a cold rain day. Have a snow day. That's fluffy rain, and it's cold. So why not just have a rain day? It's cold. So a cold rain day. Surely there's logic in there somewhere. I must admit, when you're fucking driving these things and it's fucked saking it down a rain and it's freezing cold out there, the first thing that you feel is your fingers disappear. Because they get wet in them gloves. It's fucking cold. It's like, oh. And when you get in the old cab, you got the heater on and your hands up against there trying to fucking defrost the bastard things. Your toes, because, oh yeah, some crazy person decided toe caps were a great idea to protect your toes, but freeze the fucking things off. Hang on, let me come in. Freeze the fucking things off when the weather turns cold. I'll get round there now. Now there's another one coming. I can't see around the corner. You fucking. That'll do. Let's go. That'll do. Happy days. I'm hungry. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking hungry. I need food. I want something to eat. Do-da, do-da. I could do something to eat. I'll be do-da-day. What shall I have? Do you know what I had yesterday? Oh man, talk about being a fat bastard. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised I ate the size of a whale. Oh, that's nice. It's very pretty, isn't it? See, now looking at that there, I don't know if you can see that with the camera at all, but all that in there, somebody clearly knows what they're doing and takes pride in their work. That is beautiful in the back of there. Very nice indeed. Yeah. So what I had yesterday I had a breakfast wrap in the morning, I think, did I? Yes. I had a breakfast wrap, but I also asked for a chocolate donut. I ended up with a muffin, which was fine. I mean, it was a nice surprise, but it wasn't what I asked for. But hey, that'll do me. I don't mind that. And then on the way back, I stopped to crack. I had to have a break. I got no choice. I had to have a break at Tib Shell. So then I went there. I was only going to go for a cup of coffee, right? I had all the intentions in the world just to have a cup of coffee, but no, that sort of went pear-shaped because I'm like, well, you know, it's this time of the day and I am feeling a bit peckish. I mean, yeah, what shall I have? And I'm looking at the menu and it's like, I didn't actually get it, but I did look at it and I clicked on it, but it didn't, I forgot to add the bacon, so I had the double quarter pounder, which I lovingly call the double Q because it's just fucking awesome. So I had that. Don't have fries, not very often. I mean, sometimes I do, but not very often. Then I had the cheesy bites on top of that. And what caught my eye after that was spicy chicken nuggets. And I'm like, really? Spicy chicken? When did they start doing them? I've never noticed them before. So, of course, it'd be rude not to sample the fucking thing. So I had a 6 of them and all, with a few dips and all to go with it, like, you know, a bit of condiment there and here, and, you know, you gotta be done, like, you know. So I sat in the old cab after I'd got that little lot there, and I woofed that down well. And I tell you what, fuck, it went down well. Them spicy things, right? The spicy nugget, they give you a tomato dip. And I'm like, it's a fucking spicy one. You want spicy? So, and I asked her, I said, can I have a chilli? So and I'll tell you what, the combination, that sweet chilli, oh, fuck me, yes. Now you're talking. Fuck me. That was just... yummy. Fucking yummy. Yummy, yummy. Yummy tummy. Yeah, it was nice. It was enjoyable. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. I might sample that again today. But instead, I might have the 9 nuggets and skip the burger. Because I'm not that fat. If you had the fucking yellow flashy things on, I know where you're going. Making a break for it. Flashy yellow thing, look. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. I think I've got about fucking... Well, it feels like it. I've got 30 ton of fucking crap in the back of here. I don't think it's that much. It doesn't want to be. If it is, I'm breaking the fucking law, don't I? Not for long we won't, though. Yeah, you can see it coming. At the moment, right, depending on your setup, and if you're a 44 ton gross vehicle, which is what this is, 44 ton, and your unit and trailer is at a certain weight, let's say for argument's sake it's 14. If it's 14 ton, that means you can get away with 27 on the back. I think. Is that right? 14? No, 28. Or thereabouts. 28. Because it's, don't forget, it's gross. Right? It's gross weight. It's not the capacity on your trailer. So say for instance you go, I've got 26 ton of back, that's all I can carry. Well, not necessarily. It just depends how heavy your setup is. If your total weight, trailer and unit, is 14 ton, then you add the rest with the weight you carry. As long as it doesn't exceed the 44 ton, you're fine. You'd have to make sure you spread it well though. This is fucking fun, isn't it? Here's me fucking cooking to death in this poxy microwave. And we're dribbling down this bollocks now. I might have to take a shortcut. Oh, good grief. Dig, dig, dig a lig a dig a lig a dig, dig, dig a lig a dig a lig a dig, dig, dig a lig a dig a lig a dig, dig, dig a lig a lig a lig a dig, dig. If you ever see hear them the tracked versions of the diggers, right? Just listen to them. That's what they sound like. They sound like the same dig. He goes dig 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 dig. That's what it does. Honestly, I'm sure it does. And I've got to admit, I can't wait for these fucking railway sheets to finish up there on the orbital. That's a pain in the arse and all. They're the main part up by the tip island where the new fucking outlet thing's going to be. That ain't ready till next year. I think it's late next year, something like autumn possibly, I think. What I reckon they ought to do though for an outlet thing and Cannock, and I reckon it'd be an absolute fucking brilliant idea, which I don't know, I don't think it'll ever happen. No, it'd never happen anyway, right? Even though I think it'd be really cool. They could have like a monorail that goes from the town and to the outlet, or an underground tube that goes from Cannock round to the outlet and just does like a circuit, like a loop. Oh, that'd be well wicked, that, wouldn't it? It'd be easier up above ground than it would be below ground, but fuck it, wouldn't that be cool? That'd be futuristic, and it'd also help Cannock get back up on its, you know, off its feet or whatever, back up onto its feet. Because Cannock's fucking dead. It's basically almost at the end of its life support. Fears of unplugging the fucker did snuff it. You know what I mean? I ain't going to take a shortcut after all. I'll go the right way. There's plenty of room there. The only drawback I think with Cannock itself regarding being a shopping centre, I suppose you'd have to call it, is because there's just far too many pubs in there. There's fucking rakes. I mean, there's more pubs than shops, and the shops they've got there are not that good. A lot of them are charity shops. You know. Oh, hang on. Go, gadget, go. Oh, you little cunt. I'm in the lane, it's not even come on the filter. What a fucking bastard. He couldn't be bothered, he just thought, fuck it, I'm going anyway regardless. These lights are fucking shit. Absolutely fucking shit. I'm in the fucking filter lane. The filter light should have come on, but it never did. Straight back to fucking red again. And there's a person behind me. They're fucking wank, these traffic lights, so they want reprogramming. Oh man, I can't wait to get at this cab. My fucking ass is aching. Nice new shiny road that's been fucked up already. It's not a nice new shiny road at all. It's just a complete and utter bodge. They shove that tar down, throw that fucking shale over it, leave that to fucking get trodden in and driven in by the what's the name? By the vehicles, and expect us to suck in all the dust and shit that flies off it, and then they send the sweeper over it after a day or two, and then they spray it with this fucking sealing stuff. At least they spray it this time around. But the thing is though, the bits where it's been wet, as you can see that streak back there, where a trailer tyre has dragged the fucking shit up, they never repaired it, they just fucking left it. So what will that become? A fucking pothole. All that shit does is create potholes. It's fucking crap. Talking about potholes, you want to see our street? Fucking hell, man. The lunar surface is better. That be it, dudes and dudesses. We're here. Will the gate open or will the gate not open? The gate is open. Very nice indeed. Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ee, ah. Right then, I've got to find a hole for this thing now. Set them off so I can see. Oh yeah. Oh, there's one. I spy with my lights I'm beginning with. There'll do. Nice and steady, up to the mark, whip it round, whip it back again, all the way over, see the back of the trailer, see the parking spot, lean out the window, drive the trailer in, try not to hit something on your fucking left side, try not to take the cameras off on the right side, manipulate the steering wheel as you go. And is he going to let me do it all in one go, or am I going to twat me fucking camera? Nuts-o hazelnuts. Ooh. Little bit of a shunt if you need it. Just to straighten yourself up a bit. Nice and steady. There we go. I'll be able to put this in a better position if it wasn't for the fact that the trailer I'm parking next to was fucking pissed up. That'll do. That's it. Done. Sorted. Oh, can't wait to get out. Can't wait to get out. Don't need that. Let me just go and get the cameras off the back. 2 hours, 20 minutes. There's a circulation really good. Oh, fuck me. Drop what? Jesus fucking H, guys. Oh. Everything just fucking seizes up. Just seizes up. It's like it takes about 10 minutes for me to fucking get all fucking unseized again. Can I pull that? I'll try and pull that. Okay. Grease. There's a bit of an air leak on this one. Oh, that's much better. Right, I'm going to take the cameras off. And then I'm going to grab the paperwork. How about that? Sorted. That's that one done anyway. Turn it off. I've used one bar. One bar? I've only used one bar. One bar of energy. I've got fucking 7 more left. You know, I looked on Amazon the other day, and they was doing a sale on the SD cards, and this one's used 2 bars. Not bad. And they've got 128 gigs of these fucking SD cards. 128. These are 64. These are 128. I mean, these can record for. At the rate I have them at, they do. Yeah. 100 and... How's it? It's, so I'm talking to my YouTube followers. Was it 128 gigs? So 64 does 5.5 hours of recording. So what would that be? Double? 10 hours? Fuck, that's a day. That's a fucking day. That would be practically a day. See, I've got 2 hours 20. I've still got 2 hours left on there by the looks of it. As it says, 2 hours. So 4.5. 4.5 hours recording, not 5. Yeah, the way it's still 4.5 hours, so that means it'll be 9 hours-ish. That ain't bad, is it? 9 hours? Do you think your lot could ever fucking last for 9 hours? What? It'd probably take me a week just to put the fucker together. Anyway, that's that done. I'm going to go now. There's not much else for me to do, is there? So I will see you a lot later. Maybe next week, you never know. Depends on where I go. If I'm going to be going backwards and forwards to Litchfield, then it'll be a no. If I half out on a venture again, then I will. Alright? But other than that, there's only one more thing to say. And you know what that is, don't you? Go on then. Off you pop. Pop, poppity poppins.